Welcome to the Lawless Astrology channel. My name is Dabney Lawless. I'm an evolutionary astrologer that studied under Stephen Forrest. What we do on this channel is we look at how the planetary energy impacts our lives and how we can utilize the planets and the universal wisdom to find a little bit more consciousness, a little bit more peace in our lives down here on planet Earth. This video is for the astrological forecast for July 17th through the 23rd. I'm going to focus on 2 days, the 18th, which is Thursday, and the 21st, which is Sunday. So if this is content that's interesting to you, stick around. So the past week has been filled with surprises and shocks. And even if in your personal life there hasn't been anything that's rocked your world, you can see that there are still all sorts of instability in the collective planetary energies. So we've all been feeling a little overwhelmed, a little confused, not knowing which way to look next. This week, there is at least an opening on Thursday where we have the moon in Sagittarius, Mercury in Leo, and Chiron in Aries. So we have a fire sign trine involved with the planets about the moon, which is our heart center. Mercury, how we communicate, and Chiron is our healing and where we've been hurt in the past. So with this harmonious aspect of these three planetary energies, what we're getting is a window into how we can take action and we can begin to move forward and a plan starts to develop. So we start to think things through. Mercury in Leo, we're a little bit more creative in our thinking. Moon in Sagittarius, we have a little bit more optimism. We have a little bit more hope. We have a little bit more energy to move forward in a positive way. And then Chiron in Aries is challenging us to kind of say, where do we belong in this world? How do we need to assert ourselves and how we can exist and where we can kind of recognize that we have a right to exist. So Thursday is a day where I would suggest, get some exercise, get out there, clear your mind because answers are available to us. Like it's time for us to kind of move forward and maybe even do some preparation work for Sunday, which is a very busy day in the cosmos. And it can feel a little bit overwhelming with this full moon in the sign of Capricorn. So I just want to kind of take a step back and remind you that this has been kind of part of a series of 3. And so the first, if you haven't watched the other videos, it's okay, no problem. But the first one was a full moon in Capricorn. And what I kind of suggested at that time was we take stock of where we can be grateful. And then there was the new moon in Cancer, which was all about kind of reflecting on our past lineage, who we are, where we come from, our family of origin, the family that we've created for ourselves, really kind of coming home to our heart and our emotions and really settling into that energy to kind of move forward. And then now with this one, I kind of feel like this is sort of a wrapping up of that sort of energy of the 3 and what is the next step that we need to take. So just let me set the stage a little bit. First of all, it's my birthday, July 21st. So it's a beautiful day in that way. But in addition to it being my birthday, the full moon is when the moon is in the sign of Capricorn. For this particular full moon, the moon is in the sign of Capricorn and the sun is in the sign of Cancer. Okay. And like I said, it's a very busy time in the cosmos. There is a Sun-Uranus conjunction. So there is a lot of breakthroughs that have taken place over the past week. Like I said, this has kind of been a breakthrough time. And so for this actual new moon, the Sun-Uranus conjunction was Thursday, but you're feeling it all week. Okay. So this is a week of breakthroughs. So on the actual full moon, we have Uranus in the sign of Taurus squaring Mercury in Leo. Okay. So what this is telling me is it's time to make a change in the way we think and the stories that we've been telling ourselves. We all have stories that we've lived through our whole lives. And where can we break from those? And it may be uncomfortable. But we also have Mars trining Pluto, which is deep healing and transformation. Rick Levine, who's another very, prolific and amazing astrologer on YouTube, he talks about the Pluto as the butterfly, right? You go into your cocoon and then you come out a butterfly, but you have to go through a lot of transformation and a lot of pain to get there. And Mars, which is our sign of motivation and action, is making a harmonious aspect to this butterfly transformational energy. So what I am going to put out there as the ritual for this Sunday, if you so choose, is this is about releasing karmic ties. This is about releasing people in your life that no longer serve. Okay, because what we did was we looked at where we have reason to be grateful. And then we looked back at the people in our lives and our family and who we are. And now I think the healthiest expression of this full moon in Capricorn is to kind of recognize how far we've come and who are the people in our lives that have helped us get there. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be people that you felt like at the time made a positive impact. It could be an ex-husband or an ex-boyfriend. It could be a boss that treated you horribly. It could be one of your parents even. It could be a sibling. So people come into our lives to teach us things. So it can be painful and we can just feel like victims and, I'm a very compassionate person, empathetic. So I get that people hurt us and I get what heartbreak feels like. And I know that it can be transmuted into something much, much stronger. So we don't know why people come into our lives. They come into our lives to teach us something. And we have an opportunity then to integrate those lessons and move forward. So this, I think, is a time of forgiveness and letting go. Consciously letting go, not like a Neptune surrender. It's more like what I'm going to challenge you to do or suggest is that you envision the karmic cords. You envision the cords that you have, the ties, the energetic cords that you have, ties that you have to people that have outgrown their time. You've got the lesson. You integrated it. You are a better person for having known this person, even if it felt painful at the time. And you're going to close your eyes. You're going to gather up the cord to that person and cut it. Just in your mind. You're going to release that person. And you can release it with a sense of forgiveness, because forgiveness is for you, not for the other person. You can acknowledge why someone came into your life that no longer serves you, and you can release them. You can let that energy go. You can let go of the anger. You can let go of the old story, the thought pattern that's holding you back. This is about breakthroughs, right? This week is all about breakthroughs. How are we going to move forward in a healthier way? So also, to purify that energy, if you so choose, you can take a black or a white candle and you can light it. And you can, if it's your birthday, make a wish. But if it's not your birthday, you can still make a wish and you can release that person, that energy. You can acknowledge where you've gained wisdom from having known somebody and you move forward. That's all. You move forward. You light a candle. You say, I acknowledge this. This happened to me, I had a very narcissistic manager, boss, CEO person once that just was so abusive. And it really took me some time to see the gifts that I got out of that. I emerged stronger. I emerged more confident in myself. I emerged from that really knowing what I did want to be when I managed other people and how I wasn't going to tolerate that kind of abuse anymore. So whatever the story is for you, and I think we all have countless stories that we could tell where somebody came into our lives that was not the nicest, that felt painful. But if we really reflect on it, we emerged stronger. We emerged wiser. We emerged with more of an understanding of how we want to walk in this world. So that is where we're at for this week. I think it's a week filled with breakthroughs. I think it's a week filled with an opportunity to move forward and to let go of our past. Cut those energetic ties to people that no longer are serving you, that are no longer needed in your life, and make a wish. So anyway, thank you for your support of my channel. It means a ton to me. And so for all the people that have subscribed, thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, it would help me if you do subscribe, because these videos are actually a lot of work and I enjoy doing it. And I hope I'm bringing something really positive out into the world, because that is my intention. So keep coming back. Understand that there is a reason and a season for it all. The universe is conspiring to help us, and I think this is a week filled with breakthroughs. So I hope that you have a lot of aha moments and you feel energized and you let go of the things that are no longer serving you. Until next time.